Welcome to the Hillside Kitchens podcast, where we dive into everything you need to know about kitchen remodeling. I'm your host, Ashley, and today we have a very special guest, Omer, the owner of Hillside Kitchens. Omer and his team have been helping homeowners bring their dream kitchens to life with stylish designs and practical solutions. Omer, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, Ashley. Thank you for having me today. Let's go and
So,
start.
all right, so let's jump right into it. Remodeling a kitchen can feel overwhelming, and I imagine many homeowners don't know where to start. So, what is the first step homeowners should take when planning a kitchen remodel?
Yes, first step in planning kitchen remodel is to assess your needs and goals, considering how you use the space and what you want to improve. So this helps prioritize changes and sets a clear direction for the project.
Budgeting is another major concern for homeowners. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of picking finishes and fixtures, but staying on budget is crucial. So, how do you recommend homeowners set a realistic budget for their kitchen remodel?
Yeah, that's a very challenging subject, and I usually help our customers by telling them that most of them doesn't know how much money they should spend or budget for their kitchen remodeling. And there's a study, it shows that 10% of the house value is the correct budget for a kitchen remodeling project. But of course, they can put another 10% contingency for the unforeseen conditions, but this could be a good realistic budget and they wouldn't spend more than they cannot make a return on their investment.
And once the budget is set, the planning stage really kicks in, as you know, but there are a lot of potential pitfalls. What are some common mistakes people make during the initial planning stage?
I think some clients put the expectation very high. This is a construction project right in the heart of the house, so there will be some discomforts and there will be some hiccups, some delays, and it's the nature of construction. So when you are aware of these potential problems coming in the future, you will have a better expectation how the project is going to run. So that makes it a smoother execution for the kitchen remodeling.
And timelines are another big question homeowners have. Everyone wants to know how long the process will take and how they should prepare for it. So, how long
Sure.
does a kitchen remodel take, and how should homeowners prepare for the timeline?
The timeline from design to execution changes by the vendor that we are working with. So some vendors they have a long lead time, especially custom kitchens has a long lead time up to 12 weeks. And some stock cabinets very quick, it can be delivered in a week. So other than the lead time and the design process, the design revisions, the construction time of a project usually takes 3 to 4 weeks to finish. So the coordination is the key to finish the project on time.
Now, let's move on to the fun part, the design and layout. A kitchen should be both beautiful and functional, but getting that balance right isn't always easy. So, what are the key elements of an efficient kitchen layout?
The functional kitchen and the good layout has the term called kitchen triangle, which is the triangle between sink, stove, and the fridge. There shouldn't be any obstacle. So that helps the person who works in the kitchen have a flawless time and a cooking experience.
And one of the biggest decisions homeowners face is whether to go with an open concept kitchen or stick with a more traditional layout. What advice would you give to someone trying to decide between them?
So, open concept kitchens are great for socializing, while traditional may offer more privacy and storage. So, it really depends on the lifestyle of the clients to choose between two.
It depends on the lifestyle choices and also how you use the space. Is that right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, that is correct.
And cabinetry plays such a huge role in the overall look of a kitchen. There are so many options out there in terms of style and finish. And how do you help clients decide on the right cabinetry style and finish for their kitchen?
That's a good question. So it is also a very challenging choice to make. So to help them out, we usually lend the clients the door samples and the color chips so they can take home and take a look at the furnitures and the interior architecture of the home and how the new kitchen color and style will blend in with the existing furnitures and the architectural moldings in the house. That really helps, and the usually the paint reflects differently in the showroom than the lighting in the house. So taking the samples with them, like this could be the door sample or the floor tile sample or the countertop sample also. So having that packaged together and taking a look at it at home really helps them to make the right choice.
And so I'm wondering, what are the biggest trends in cabinetry in terms of color?
The current market has a big trend in the natural oak colors. And we do a lot of designs with the combination of the natural oak with the simply white. Also, the like a green color, hunter green, that is also upcoming color. Maybe this year we will see more often kitchens with the green color.
Now, let's talk a little bit about materials. Countertops are a major focal point in any kitchen. There are so many options to choose from. What are the most popular countertop materials, and what factors should homeowners consider when choosing one?
Sure. That also needs some education because there are different materials in terms of the countertops. So basically, there are two sets: natural stone countertops and the man-made countertops. So natural stone has marble, very delicate, and a granite and a quartzite. On the man-made, there is quartz, which is basically crushed stones baked in a resin. That makes it less heat resistant because it's man-made and it's a resin involved on the process. On the other side, natural stones are less stain resistant, but more heat resistant. So when you look both, it needs to be looked into these two factors. Are you more comfortable with a stain resistant countertop or heat resistant countertop? If the client coming from a kitchen, they've been using like a natural stone as a granite, that might be kind of a dangerous choice if they're not careful and they're heavily using their kitchen using a quartz material. But the quartz also comes with the very ease of maintenance. There's no requirement for sealant after the installation is done. And its non-porous structure makes it antibacterial too. So that also makes a good choice for families with kids. And it's a difficult choice to make. And also the appearance needs to be looked into. I mean, the more people goes to quartz because the white tones in the quartz family, you cannot find them in the granite tops.
And so it depends on, again, personal choices.
There is actually one more material called Dacton. It's not a material, it's a brand that we carry. It's called Dacton and it has both. It is heat resistant and stain resistant at the same time. So that provides both, but it's a premium price point, of course.
Yeah. So for someone looking to get a countertop, but on a budget, what would you
Mhm.
recommend?
Yeah, in that terms, we have so many options on the courts, so they can easily pick the look they want to have in their kitchen. If the look is the biggest priority, I will recommend them going with the courts because there are so many options.
Appliances are another big investment.
Mhm.
And with all the options available, it can be tough to know what's worth it and what's not. So, how do you guide clients in selecting the right appliances for their kitchen?
On the appliances, in my opinion, the most critical appliance is the refrigerator because refrigerators has two options. One of them is called counter depth, other one is a regular size refrigerator. Again, in my opinion, counter depth has a better look in the kitchen because it is a shallow design, so makes it blend in and creates more room to flow and walk around the kitchen if you're against the kitchen island, especially. But it has a little less storage than the standard size refrigerator. That's one thing. And the other one is the microwave, the most critical appliances in the kitchen. Some small kitchens, there's no space to put the microwave and usually goes above the stove. That is a very convenient location, but it kind of takes away the expensive look of the kitchen. So instead of placing a hood, replacing that space with a microwave makes the kitchen look like a little more like a downsize in terms of the richness of the kitchen. So these are the two things that I usually discuss with our clients to guide them in a right direction.
And I know there are so many exciting features available in modern kitchens today. From smart appliances to hidden storage solutions, the options are endless. What are some must-have features in a modern kitchen?
Must-have features in modern kitchen include soft close cabinets and ample lighting and smart storage solutions and high-tech appliances, touchless faucets, and these are the features that modern kitchen should have.
You talked about lighting. Let's dive in a little deeper. Lighting is also often overlooked, but it plays such a crucial role in setting a mood and functionality of the space. How important is lighting in a kitchen remodel, and what options do you recommend?
I mean, lighting is extremely important in the kitchen, and it shouldn't be overlooked at it. It's an essential for functionality and ambience in the kitchen remodel. So, layered lighting, combining task, ambient, and the accent lighting is highly recommended.
So, can you go a little deeper on task lighting, accent lighting?
Of course. So the task lighting, usually the lighting that we install under the wall cabinets that creates light in the shaded areas because of the wall cabinets coming off of the wall creates a shadow in those deep spots on the countertop. Putting this under cabinet lightings eliminate that problems. And of course, the ambient lighting can be improved with the recessed LED lights on the ceiling. It also distribute the lighting equally in the kitchen, so it creates less shadow in some certain spots.
Now, my next question is about unexpected issues. Every remodeling project comes with its fair share of challenges. So, what are some unexpected challenges that often arise during kitchen remodels, and how do you handle them?
There's always some challenges comes up during the construction time. So the best way to deal with these challenges is an open communication. So whenever the problem is found, needs to be brought up to the client right away to bring up to their attention. So if there is a material that is back ordered or there's a delay on the delivery, that needs to be communicated right away with the client, or there's something discovered during the installation on site, like a hidden wiring or the plumbing issue came up, that should be brought up to client immediately and discussed at that point. So that will easy to resolve the problems in the field.
Yeah, communication is always the key. And designing a kitchen is often a collaborative effort, and sometimes homeowners have different opinions on what they want. So
Mhm.
let's say partners have different opinions, different design choices. How do you work with them in that case?
Yeah, that's we see it every day. Couples came here and start arguing with the choices they want to make in their kitchen. It's a big investment. It's an important investment, and in those times, there is no certain decision. We usually, as a professional, put our opinion as a fact. We don't want. I mean, at the end, they are the decision makers, but we are here to provide them the facts, so to make a right decision. So we lay out what is against the design rules, what can be applicable or not applicable in their design. And then we brought our professional opinion and let them make the decision.
Budget is always on people's minds, and not everyone has an unlimited budget, but they still want a beautiful kitchen. So, what advice would you give to homeowners who want a stylish kitchen but have a limited budget?
This also comes a lot, and some people wants to do refacing of their kitchen cabinets. Usually, I don't recommend this, and it involves with the replacing of the countertops. So once you really get into that stage to replacing your countertop, it's not worth to keep the old kitchen cabinets. I mean, there are, like I said, there's so many different vendors that we work with, and they come with different budget levels. So, for example, we have builder grade cabinets with the very high quality, but less selection, so it makes them very affordable. So, I recommend those clients with the limited budget to go with the most affordable kitchen cabinets once when they want to remodel their cabinets. But I don't suggest to do the refacing or repainting the existing cabinets because you will not be able to get some of the features. So it might look nice, but you will still, once you start living with that kitchen, you will not feel like you made a change in your life.
This has been such a great conversation, Omer. You've shared so many valuable insights that I know our listeners will find helpful. Thank you again, and thank you for taking the time to chat with us today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Same here. I had a great time. Thank you.
And to our listeners, if you're thinking about remodeling your kitchen, be sure to reach out to Hillside Kitchens for expert guidance and top-notch service. We will link their website in the description box below, so you can check out their website. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast for more helpful tips and insights on creating your dream kitchen. We'll see you next time on the Hillside Kitchens podcast.